Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Today we are featuring a gameplay for British Tier 10 heavy tank Valour, also known as T95 FV4201 Chieftain. It is the skinned version of the regular T95 Chieftain, but they essentially play the same. They have identical stats. There's no difference. And one of the reasons for this feature is this tank is currently available for free XP if you don't own it already. It's not a new tank. It was first introduced with the Valour season when it was earnable as part of the season, and then it was also made earnable throughout the last 2 years, once or twice if you include the unskinned version as well. So it's a decent tank. It used to be the best British heavy, but not anymore since the Chieftain Mark 6 buff. The Tactical Chieftain is the best British heavy, but Valour has its moments. It's still decent. It's not a bad tank, and can do certain things that Chieftain can't. It does fire premium PCR, which I think is one of the reasons I do like this tank. Has a reliable turret. It doesn't have. It is okay hull, not the best. So for this match, I'm in Sanderwood. My equipment and skill setup are listed in the description. Spawned on the 9 line. I went to the middle area 85 for some early damage. I did manage to pen, I think that was T95 and Scourge once, and then saw a wild 780. Just wandering around, and I was confused for a moment that what kind of play is he making. The game just began. I'm already at 2200 damage, so good so far. Didn't miss any shots. However, I realized that we don't. We do have A8, but they have already taken A8, and since I was looking in the middle, I wasn't able to punish them, and they managed to get to A8 for free. There are other mediums also crossed to the reverse hill, so they have a very good cross. For our guys at A8, it's the matter of time that the second guy will die as well. The good thing is there is no artillery in the match. Always nice, and Sandover is one of my favorite maps as well. It's Westfield, then it's Sandover. Actually, it's the second favorite map for me. ISM makes overextend, get punished. Same with that Shaker, but I do end up bouncing that shot. So far we're down by a tank, but nothing too excessive where we can't recover. So going back to the tank, the positives in Valour, or like the advantage of Valour over Chieftain, is that it has better turret than Chieftain. You can only get penned in the hatch. Otherwise, turret is, I don't think you can pen the turret, and you'll see that later in the game. And the second is you can somewhat side scrape, which you cannot in Chieftain, because Chieftain armor gets overmatched as it's 30 mm over the side. But other than that, overall, when you're playing hull down, Chieftain is just a better tank, because you have 2 seconds better reload for just 40 less alpha, and that's a tech 3 tank, so you don't have to spend any money. And since tier 10s don't even generate additional silver while playing premium, it's also, if you don't want to, you don't need to get this tank. However, it is currently available for free XP, and it takes about 18k gold to get this tank, unless you had converted the free XP when it was on discount, when it was 1 gold for 40 free XP instead of the regular 25. Then you can buy it. Then you can get this tank for 11.25 gold. So they have taken all the map control, and this is where you will see where the Valour survivability is little helpful. Earthshaker, I did notice that Earthshaker was A0, so I decided to push him. However, the problem right now is we don't have the A line, we don't have the K line, we don't have any map control. An enemy team is, they can do what they want. And the E5 was last spotted at A8, and I was worried he's going to go to A0, and that's where he gets spotted. it is very important for us to take out that E5, but I can't since he's at a high ground. And he has better DPM than me and will kill me if I try to go by myself. However, I do notice that this Bat Cat also wants to push the E5, but he needs some support. It's a tier 8, he is full health, but he still can't do it by himself, can't go against the tier 8. So I decided to go with him. I traded shot with E5. So as I was expecting, it's not a favorable trade for me to go for that E5 as you can see. So now I wanted that Bat Chat to go first and take a shot so we can share HP. At this time I didn't notice that our other heavy will 8 as well. So unfortunately the Bat Chat not only get penned, tracked, but also gets set on fire. So that's the worst case scenario for him. And now I am against in E5. Do manage to get another pen. If he connects, he can still kill me. However, he rushes the shot. Take my time. I do end up penning him and Amorak him. And that little extra hull and side armor is basically the reason that E5 he was rushing his shots and couldn't kill me. Not to mention that I also couldn't have done it without our teammate. So shout out to him for helping. We did take out that tank. We do have a little bit more map control now, but still losing by 2 tanks. Our other Valour, he's also playing really well. He's kind of trying to make sure we don't get flanked, so he's pushed to A8. A little overpeaked by Jagdpanzer, managed to pen his side. So it's looking okay for us because most of their team or their TDs, they are in the middle, so they're not on the K line, but they're kind of in the middle, so can't really rotate. And a full health bar is just sending it in the middle. As soon as I see bar, I'm like, it's free damage, free damage, free damage. Managed to pen a shot. Amorax him, unfortunately. Before he get to any action, he already almost half health or 60% of the health. Trying to sneak another shot into the bar, but there was too many houses that blocked my line of sight, and he just jumped. He jumped on top of the force that Jag finished. So both the Jag and bar are now in a not the best position, and I can play at this spot C8 where I can cover our Valour and also shoot if there's any tank peeking the ridge on D5. There was a tank that was last spotted over there, and I thought he might have moved, so I decided to push forward, and that was not the right play because if I stayed there I could have penned bar. I rushed my shot and hit his gun, and at the same time that medium is also spotted it, and I'm regretting my decision to push forward because that medium can pen me, but our Valour is contesting the medium, and I'm relying on the Valour to win that duel even though he's a tier 10. I'm not sure what the HP of the medium is. The high roll on bar 509, you do need that luck sometimes. Bar's down to 14 HP, and what do I see here while I was reversing? Jag driving in the middle. And yeah, as I said, like Valor's armor is pretty good. The only thing you can pen on his turret is the hatch. So I was relatively confident that the Jag won't pen me. I was kind of playing with the Jag, and he fires. I think it was heat, but I do manage to bounce that shot and finish the Jag. And 8400 damage. Bar's down to 1 shot. And this is the moment where I realized that maybe I might be able to hit 10k in the tank. Do manage to finish the tier 8, and I'm gonna push the bar as we need to take out the guns out of the game. And it's 2v3 now, looking much better than what it was. They have a Chisel, a Vanguard, and a Yazi. And not sure where the Yazi is, but me and the other Valour, we have a decent cross. He's covering me. So we had 2 really good teammates in this game. One was the Bat Cat and another one was Valour. And sometimes you don't get the best teammates in multiplayer, but this time I did. Chisel decided to cap in the open. I guess he was not expecting me to push into this position, and he might be able to cap, but he goes down. Now it's 2v2, 2 tier 10s against 2 tier 8s. 9k damage, and I'm at 8 kills. Now, can I get to 10k? And if I do end up killing both the tanks, I will not only have a 10k but also a Pools medal. And Pools, I recently found out, is actually rarer than Colo banners. So I was like, okay, I hope the tier 8 Yazi is full health, and he does get spotted and is full health. Do pen him, he's struggling to get an angle on me. And at this point I'm like, okay, definitely gonna have a 10k, put another shot. Yeah, he didn't really push, so our other Valor didn't headshot at the Yazi, which allowed me to farm his entire health and hit the magic number at 9 kills. And the only tank that's left is Vanguard. Not the easiest tank to chase or even to find. I decided to go mid because he was kind of spotted last time at 8-7, but I realized it's better to check the K line first. You know, I don't want to leave any angle, because the worst thing could be I go to the other side of the map and he's just sitting on the K line. So I decided to go back. Again, we're in a similar situation that I was in the last game, where we were featuring SP2 and we got a 10k with the last shot and the top gun. This time I already hit the 10k, but I do need to kill Vanguard. Again, it's not an easy target to hit, especially in an open map where he can just go anywhere he wants. And at this point I was also thinking, since Vanguard gets spotted, he's 700. Yeah, you know, you miss every shot you don't take, so try to take that chance. And I'm gonna miss. At this point I realized I have only 4 shells, and I was thinking maybe I should get rid of 2 of the shells, and if I manage to kill Vanguard with the last shell, in addition to Pools 10k, I will also have fade-ins. But I wasn't sure how fast the HE goes, and it could have been risky because you can't miss shots on Vanguard, even point blank. It is like the Vishaw of Cold War in terms of hitting the Vanguard, and let alone we don't have true vision. So spotting him in itself is a challenge. He was spotted on the north side. Our Valour also rotated to come support me. He's played really well this game. I'm spotted, that's always nice. And Vanguard is as well. Do manage to hit that shot. Now Vanguard's down to 1 shot. 2.5 minutes remaining. And all I need is one more pen. One more pen and we will have the Pools medal. So the Valor's gun handling is okay. I mean, I think Chieftain has it better. I do manage a decent shot this game. That's mainly because I have my setup is all the gun handling and survivability perks. In Chieftain you can get away even without running stabilizer, but you have to run stabilizer in Valour for your equipment if you want to make the most out of it. So now I went to a high ground, so at least I get spotted by Vanguard and maybe he tries to shoot, but I couldn't, and I thought if I was him I would go towards the A line. So I decided to go that side and hope for the best, that maybe he's at A0, maybe he's going towards the 0 line. Only 19 seconds remaining, and it would be magical if I could get Pools as well. Again, it's one of those games, and Vanguard committed suicide. Not the ending I was expecting, but nonetheless, still 9 kills, 10k damage, decent game, and essentially I was able to show everything what Valour can do. Use gun depression, use your armor when possible. You cannot rely on it. Its hull is not as good as it is on PC, so the best is to stay hull down, but you can still kind of side scrape. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe and like the video, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.